Alright, we're back. So I got the pump all cleaned up. You can see how nice and shiny it is. The key thing is what it measures though. Everything all cleaned up. 15. 15 and a half. 14 and a half. 15. 14 even there. I don't know why it's, yeah, it's 14 right there. It's pretty thin there. 14 now over there. 14 and a half, 15. It's all about the taper in this caliper. 15 and a half. 15. 15 and a half. That's 1.5 total. Thousandths variable. Okay. I also took this cover and sanded it a little bit. So you can see where the low spots were. Let's see if it sits flatter now. No rattle. See them go like that. It's flat. That's what you want to see. If you go over this surface, a little bit. Nope. 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 Depending on where you're at. So we got away from that spot. It was making a noise. It's barely got a little bit on the one corner. And I think a lot of that's this pump is just not dead flat here either. I don't want to take the pin out to make it flat. That's my problem. Probably should, but I don't want to. Okay, we'll see what we got to work with here. So now, we'll put our gears in here. We know the gasket. Okay, right now we're getting 16 right there with the gear on it. We're at 21. That's 5 thou difference. 21 right there. 16 right there. 15 that way. So we're somewhere between 5 and 6 thousandths difference, and the gasket's 10. 10 thou evenly, measuring the same part of the caliper. It's 11 on that one. Down here on the thick part, 11, 11. 11. So we should have about 5 thou clearance. Could go a little bit more, but I think it's close enough. So this gasket is going to compress when you tighten it down. You just don't know how much. So it should go together without any binding at all, because we got enough extra clearance in there. Shouldn't be a problem. If you make it too close, you're going to start having to fight it. You're going to go back and forth on sanding gears, sanding bodies to get it exactly where you want it. We only got one gasket to use, so we can't change gasket thicknesses. So you can play around going back and forth for an hour or two if you want to minimize it, or you can just live with it that we know we're at least 5 thou or less. That's a safe number. Should be okay. I'll put those over there. Okay, so now what I got to do is put this thing together. Ew, that is filthy down there. At least you have this bench nice and clean. Scratches in it, but it's not gritty. Okay, that's pretty good. Alright, we have to take this cover off so we can get to the pump. Gear drive. Yeah. Don't have any access to turn the pump without doing it this way. Fun doing a mock-up of these old pumps. I got those real thin keys. Make it hard to see. Everything else in the cam cover is already set, so we should be good to go on all of that. I gotta check my gasket, make sure the oil gallery is opened up here. Be a bitch if it was the wrong gasket. Pretty sure it's the right one though. Okay. Turn nice and free there without doing anything. That was nice. Today it's not fighting me so much. Okay, so pull all this stuff out. Do have the correct gasket. Definitely a good thing. Pull that up. Pull our open drag gear up. Okay, everything's out that matters. Shaft is in there. Okay, so we got good access to do what we got to do now. So we got to put the oil pump all together. That's not even in the correct direction. Dumbass did that. Goes in this way. 2 keys are on the outside. Single key on the inside. So we got to put this together by having the gear over here, get it all over there, and then we got to drop the pinion drop gear in there. And we'll see if the pump will rotate with everything torqued down. If it does, we're good. If it doesn't, we have to figure out where it's hitting and fix it. The other thing I do is I got to put a little water in this gasket. It's a little bit small. So, just have a paper towel around here to lay it on top of to clean it. Okay, be right back. Okay, I use a sink and not the toilet this time. Dry it off with a towel over here. Okay, there we go. Try to get the towel down any beads in it so it's flat. Gasket down. Water off my hands also help. Okay, that should be expanded now a little bit. What I usually don't do, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and put some goop on it right now. Gasket board. Normally I would not do this, but we're going to use this gasket no matter what. And I want to make sure it's nice and tight. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me. Some residue material in here for some reason. Pulled gasketing trail still left there a little bit. Alright. Take my gasket goop, gasket cinch, I'm going to coat around the important parts. Let's see, before I do that, where are all my keys at? Actually, I need to get prepared before I do this. I'm going to stop, back up, find the missing keys that I do not see. There's one key. Two key. Missing the little thin one. It's a little half key. So these are your full keys, and there's your clip that goes on the end. There's a snap ring we need for the outside edge. It's over bent too, I can see. Here's our oil pump hardware. There should be 6 of these. 6. Just take 6 nuts. These are 1/4 threads, so they're different than normal nuts. Don't know if that's the right one or not. Looks okay. Another clip we're not going to use. Not concerned about the balls yet. I'm looking for my little half key. Not seeing the half key. Okay, no half key beating on this side. Alright, we're missing our half key. Kind of an important one that we need. Okay. So, we only have 5 nuts, not 6. We got 6 here. That's kind of a problem also. Where are we missing parts? Don't know. There's another lock. Got extra locks. No extra oil pump nuts, so. Okay, so oil pump nut is missing, which is kind of a hard one to replace. And we're missing our half key, which is not that hard to replace. Go to my keys up here. Right there's a half key. That was easy. How could you possibly lose one of those? Half a key. Okay,